This is a Range Rover hybrid, but is it reliable? Let's hear from a real owner.
I just wanted to say,
Well, go on.
we actually have a good birthday present for you, Timmy.
Oh, do you?
Yes, and it's COVID.
Oh, it's... Oh, thank you. Amazing. So, Rachel, you are the owner, the proud owner of a Range Rover Evoque. The jokes never get any better. Evoque, is it?
Evoque.
Evoque.
Yeah.
Right. But this is your second one, right? Because you've had some issues. It's not been plain sailing. So let's start right at the very beginning of this.
Yeah.
Should we call it a quest? It has been a bit of a quest. A mission. Yeah, so lovely cars. They look beautiful. Inside is a great place to be. But you've had some issues with the reliability of your car. So when did you first get on board with an Evoque?
I'm trying to remember, but it must have been about 21.
Okay.
About 21. And
21 what?
Years ago.
2021 we're saying.
2021.
Right,
yeah.
around about then.
Around about then. Yes, because I'm coming up to having had it 4 years.
Okay.
So regardless, anyway, I'd the first one, I think within a couple of weeks. It might have even only been a week of me having it. I wrote to them and said, I don't know if the electric's working properly.
Okay, so this is a P300E. It's a hybrid. It's got a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine, a tiny engine coupled with a motor, I think 105 kilowatts on the motor, and a 15 kilowatt hour battery. So definitely very hybrid. So you had some issues with the car.
I did. I just noticed I kept getting a message that I'm sure a lot of electric or hybrid Land Rover owners see, which is EV mode temporarily unavailable.
Right.
And fortunately, it did happen within the first. Well, I say fortunately, but happened within the first.
Quickly.
Yeah, happened quickly.
The naughtiness of the car made itself known quite quickly.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Happened very quickly. So what that means though is if a problem occurs within the first month, you're very highly likely to be able to get a replacement.
Right, okay, a significant problem, right? With the
yeah.
car, because when the EV mode isn't working, this is a real slug.
It's a real slug, and that's not what I bought it for, and it's also very expensive. It's quite high fuel consumption when it's just being used in petrol mode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the idea of a tiny little petrol engine like that, and it is small, is that it's coupled with the electric motor to give you a decent car experience, right? And if they're not working together in harmony, then you're basically left with a bit of a doozy. So this issue kicked up, you wrote to them. What did they then say?
I think they first of all just said to me, "Oh, try calling the
Great.
assistance, the assistance number. They'll come out and have a look. It could just be a software issue, something like that." Which is what I did. So I called their assistant. They come out. They had a look. They did do something with the software, if I remember correctly, and they said, "Oh, it should be okay now." Okay, but then a week later, it's happening again.
And EV mode unavailable, right?
Yeah, EV mode unavailable. Then that continued to keep happening on and off, and
Right.
they kept telling me the quickest way to get it dealt with is to get the assistants out. And also that way, when you call out their assistants, the assistants can request that you have a courtesy car, so you get one for sure. Otherwise, if you're waiting for it to go in the service, you could be waiting a long time until a courtesy car's available.
Exactly the same as I had with the Taycan. The advice was, don't wait for a garage slot, just call out the assistants and get it sorted quickly, right? These EVs, they do pose a bit of a problem these days, don't they? But so,
They do.
okay, what happened next? So not an ideal start to the ownership experience of your Evoque, right?
No, and cut a long story short, eventually they replaced it. But
They replaced this car?
They replaced the car.
So
Yeah.
how did that process work? You said you're not happy with the car, you don't like it, you don't want it, and
They were trying to push for me to let them sort things out, and I
Right.
just said, look, it's gone on too long. No, I'm not comfortable with the car. I don't want it. I'm not happy with it. It doesn't feel like it's working properly. And for that amount of money, I'm not prepared to have it not working from day one and just hope that they can fix it at some point.
So I think the software is known to be a bit of an issue on this, right? And you see folk, when they raise issues with this car, it tends to be around the software, the hybrid system. It does pose the question, are JLR putting enough money, enough budget behind the IT spend, the software side of the house? Because we know they had a huge cyber attack recently, so they've been bailed out by the government, 1.5 billion loan, Keir Starmer. Oh, I think that what we have to deliver is a loan to JLR. Right? Correct?
Yeah.
1.5 billion, that'll keep them going for a while. But I'll be quiet on that. And it does pose the question, are they spending enough? Are they investing enough in software?
Problem is, you've had the same with Porsche.
Yeah, I have. It's new, isn't it? It's all of this is quite new, and I think they're struggling to get it right. So yeah, cyber attack, everything's shut down for a while. Are they spending enough money? That is my question. But you got a new one, so the process there was.
Are they spending enough money, or have they got the right people? That's my question.
That's a possibility as well, right? The right talent.
Yeah.
So you said, did you have a choice, or how did it work?
No, they then said they would replace it. Now,
Right.
this is at the time when there was a shortage of chips.
Right.
So it was quite a long wait time until they could get the replacement car. And then as it was going through the process of me waiting for the new car, I think it was around six months, they agreed to pay the cost for the petrol during that period when I couldn't get electric. So that was quite fair. Then they called me at one point and said, you won't be able to have your the automatic tailgate opener where you swing your foot underneath like you're doing some kind of karate move. And
that sounded good. That was a proper Range Rover, that one.
Yeah,
Did you hear that?
a broken one. But I wasn't bothered about that because, to be honest, it was so ridiculously unreliable. You'd be swinging your foot all over the place before the boot would open.
Some kind of line dance manoeuvre, right?
Exactly, yeah. So,
hey there, that's a nice little tailgate you got there,
yeah,
Rachel.
and try doing that when you're holding a load of shopping, which is meant to be the idea.
Right.
You're
okay.
down on the floor with your foot under the car.
Is that lady over there okay? Is that
That's right.
Is she
They
all
couldn't
right?
even do it in the showroom. They were all out there swinging their legs under to try and show me how it worked. So I wasn't
something
bothered
out of
about
Street
losing
Fighter.
that. Yeah, and they swapped it with a wireless charging pad for the phone. Well, great. Yeah, that's far more practical. So I'm happy with that. They also then came to me and said, I'm really sorry, you're not going to be able to have the fully electric dash.
Oh.
I don't know what that's doing. Do you know?
Yeah, that's your vehicle inclination sensor.
Yeah, but I
Something
haven't
else
pressed
has
anything.
gone wrong there, probably.
Haven't pressed
I don't like the way
anything.
that's flashing.
Do that. Can we turn it off?
Yeah, that's it. It's off.
Anyway.
That was your hill descent there, wasn't it? I think.
Apparently. But anyway, they then said you won't be able to have your fully electric dash. I said,
And
right.
there was a headlight thing as well?
That came, no, so this isn't, they didn't tell me about that.
Oh.
So they said you won't have the fully electric dash. I thought, well, you know what, whatever. Like, I can live without the dash. I'd probably only have the 2 dials there anyway, which is what you get with the analog version. Anyway, then they bring the car along. It's only when I'm driving it later at night time, coming home, and I realised that the lights are the new one, after I've got the new one, the lights aren't automatically dipping around the oncoming cars like they do with when you have adaptive.
Yeah, adaptive headlights. So yeah,
It's
a
actually
nice,
cool.
really
It's-
nice function, isn't
It's
it?
more than just adaptive. It's not just they flick up and down. It's
They
the one
they
where
block
they actually.
out the cars. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it puts a silhouette around the car so that you don't dazzle them. It's very clever.
That's
isn't
right.
it?
Very
Yeah.
clever, and I really liked it.
And it's an expensive option on cars.
Yeah. Well,
Usually thousands.
it
sometimes.
wasn't on this one.
Right.
And they didn't tell me about it. And when I wrote to them and said, it hasn't got this, and that was one of the things I really liked about it,
Yeah.
and you didn't tell me, they just said, oh, well, it's too late, you can't really have that. Now, I should have argued, but I just thought, if I've got a working car, it was the same model in their range. So I got the one below the autobiography. And
Is that Wayne Rooney's autobiography?
yeah.
I love this car. It's great. It really takes me to different
I
places.
think it's Beckham actually that
Oh, it's Beckham.
she
Right.
got. Victoria designed this car, didn't she?
Oh, did she?
I think so. I think she had something to do with it.
So it's got a bit of spiciness in it.
Yeah.
Or not. Not from a software
It's
perspective.
quite posh.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, it was too late, and I didn't argue because I thought, well, if the car works, and if someone was buying the car now, and this is the spec they got, then theoretically it shouldn't really knock too much off the resale value later.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But then gradually this one started having problems as well with the electric.
Same issues that you'd had before.
EV mode temporarily unavailable. Yes.
Right. So it's something that's very familiar to hybrid Evoque owners, I think, right?
I think so, especially because there was an issue with the heaters. So they then eventually established that it was nearly a year on after I'd had the car, that this one probably had something wrong with the heater, which I'd suggested about the last one because I'd heard that could be an issue, and they'd said no, not that. This one, they said yeah, they think it is.
And you're not talking about the heater for the blows, you're talking about the battery system heater? Or
yes, the EV heater.
Right,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
So
the same issue in the take hands as well. Well, it was for the blowers, but the heating system in that had challenges. Webasto unit kept failing. So yeah, anyway, this is the same platform as well, I think, as the F-Pace underneath.
I believe so.
Sorry, no, this is the same platform as the E-Pace underneath. And the F-Pace shares with the Velar.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if they have this. In fact, I think they do have the same issue because I actually met with my friend who has a Velar, and I said, "Do you ever have any problems with the electric?" And she just looked at me and went, "Of course I do." So,
right.
Yeah. But the one interesting time, so as well, another problem that they said you can have with them is that if you're driving it in electric mode a lot, then the engine doesn't heat up enough to burn off the fuels on the oil.
Right.
So then the car will stop running in electric and won't let you go into electric until you have an oil change.
Right.
So that was one.
That's the kind of thing that you'd expect to hear about the diesel engine, maybe the diesel particulate filter or something.
Perhaps, but when it went in actually once, they did. When I said, "So have you managed to find the problem?" They said, "Yeah, it was a problem with the AdBlue."
Right. In a petrol car.
That's interesting. Yeah, I said, "Do you want to go and check that?" No, it was a problem with the AdBlue.
If you are watching, you don't need to put AdBlue in a petrol car.
No, don't need to put AdBlue in a petrol car. I did say to the chap then, when I said, "You're absolutely sure?" I said, I think if you put AdBlue in it, then there is going to be a problem because it's petrol and AdBlue is for diesel. And he said, I must have got something wrong.
And just like disappear?
I heard him go red.
Amazing.
Anyway, yeah.
So, second car, also having issues. So, kind of where does that leave you now?
So
we're in a car. It does seem to be working. We're in EV mode, right?
So it wasn't working very well from January this year, right up until they took it in I can't remember if it was end of June or July.
So it doesn't like cold weather as much. Is that sort of a theme?
Well,
that
this
you
is
seem
a
to be
thing
getting?
this is the thing. So I said to them, you want it. It's a problem in the cold weather, but then they took it in the hottest months of the year,
and it was fine.
And they couldn't replicate the problem. No wonder. So they've given it back to me, but they did do quite a major software update again.
Right.
That was actually sent out, so all the cars were recalled for it. So they did that, and that was something to do with the EV function. I think you might have more detail on that. I gave you a letter, didn't I?
You did,
I
yes.
can't remember what was in it now. But anyway, since they've given it back to me, it's been okay. There's been a couple of glitches where I've thought, oh, here we go again. Got my camera out, and then it's started working again.
Right.
But it's getting colder now. The other morning I went out to it, turned it on, and I just couldn't start it because it had the yellow engine symbol on there. But then I turned it off again, turned it on, and then it did start.
So it's still having hiccups despite the software.
It is.
You don't have 100% confidence in it, maybe?
No, I don't. And we're coming up to the end of the 4-year PCP term.
Right.
What do I do? I don't really want to buy another new car at the moment. I don't know which way the car market's going.
These do depreciate quite a bit as well.
They depreciate very quickly.
Yeah. 75% in 5 years, I think. It's up to can be.
So I think I bought this one for around 50. I want to say 54.
Okay.
Let's say, and at the end of the PCP balloon is 25 and a half. I reckon you'd probably get about 28 if you sold it privately.
You reckon? Yeah.
Add a push.
Okay, so
so it's
still a
at
bit
least
over,
half though.
Yeah.
It's around half, isn't it? So
4 year. Sorry, 4 year.
4 year.
4 year PCP,
Yeah, but so I don't really want to. I just think I wanted to hang on to it actually for another 4 years, and then after.
It is a nice car. I think they look great. It's a lovely interior.
It's quiet.
It's comfortable.
There's not much I'd want instead.
Yeah.
Apart from perhaps the Macan.
Macan.
I think it's a Macan.
You say Macan.
You say
Macan.
I'd quite like
fully
one of
electric
those.
one.
Yeah, but I'm worried about the
They're still
electrics.
pretty new, and they do have their issues as well, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was
just
going
to take
sit
time
and watch for a while.
Yeah. whilst eating your popcorn and saying, is this the right thing to do?
Exactly, yeah. But, you know, I'm kind of thinking, well, what do I do? Because can I rely on the car? So this is why I said to them, look, I'm so fed up with this and the problems. Ideally, I'd like you to replace it. They're not going to do that now.
No.
But how about just giving me an extended warranty? They did come back and say, in the end, after a lot of back and forth, fine, we'll give you an extended warranty. But they were excluding anything to do with software updates.
Well, that needs to be written in, doesn't it? That's the important bit.
Well, that's one of the main issues. And
yes, we'll empty the ashtray for you if it gets full up.
Yeah, this is it.
Nothing more.
Anything that you're already paying for on your service plan will include. And they also, I've had an issue with one of the door handles that just was making a terrible noise and not quite working properly. And
the pop-out door handles. They're getting rid of those, I was just saying, because they are not safe in a crash. They don't always pop open, and of course hard for the emergency services to access your sticky situation. Should
not
you be
ideal.
in one? Yeah.
No, I suppose not ideal. But anyway, I can hear. I'm sure I hear another one of them creaking at the moment, and of course that's excluded under the warranty as well. So I've asked for them to give me the same warranty that I would have had if it's a new car, which really shouldn't be a problem if they trust what they're selling. So
exactly.
Just that's what I've asked for, and they've said no. So currently there's a claim submitted to the motor ombudsman, and we'll see where that goes.
Have you found where the ombudsman lives? I've still not found who he is and what his name is and where he lives.
Not sure if he exists.
Let's hope he does.
I really hope he does.
For your case.
I hope he's fair.
Well, so not smooth, right? A lot of issues with it. It's been a frustrating ownership experience, I think, but let's hope that it does improve, maybe through future software updates, if they drop something else that really fixes the issues.
Maybe they have. It hasn't had a major issue since the summer. We'll see, but
we're getting into winter now, so now could be the time. Yeah. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. So buy a P300e with caution, right? I think is
for the moment
more of the story.
Yes. Would I get another one though?
Glutton.
Yeah,
it's a lovely car.
Yeah.
It's a lovely car. Nice finish. All right, well, appreciate you getting on camera to talk about this, Rachel. Hopefully helped a few of you out there if you're interested or looking at these cars. But there's some things you do need to bear in mind in terms of the reliability, because there's a lot of feedback on these, especially the hybrid models, and their ability to misbehave rather well. What do you think of it, Quinn?
I think it's good.
You think it's good, yeah? See, ticks a box.
Yeah.
Gets the Quinn seal of approval.
Do you mind the problems it has?
I don't mind the problem.
Is that because you fixed them?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.